Hey everyone, and welcome to the Farthest Planet From. In today's What If video, we're going to talk about what might have happened if Obi-Wan actually raised Luke on Tatooine. If you're new here, please subscribe and let's get into it. You're going to need to do better than that, Luke said to Obi-Wan as his lightsaber clashed against his master's as they both took a second to catch their breath. The Tatooine sand swirled around them like a tornado as they engaged in their daily lightsaber practice. "Oh yeah?" Obi-Wan said. Just then, the ground beneath their feet began to rumble in ways that could only mean one thing. "The Jawas are here," Luke said excitedly, taking his eyes off of Obi-Wan. "Be mindful of your surroundings, Luke," Obi-Wan said as he slammed the butt of his lightsaber hilt into Luke's gut, taking his breath away. "Yeah, note taken," Luke painfully gasped. As the sandcrawler peeled to a halt, Obi-Wan and Luke made their way to the trading destination. Even though Obi-Wan and Luke rarely ever purchased anything, Luke always looked forward to seeing the Jawa's latest finds because it offered him a chance to see things outside of the small Tatooine estate he lived on with Obi-Wan. As Obi-Wan and Luke scanned over the single-file line of droids, they said hello to their old friend Owen Lars, who on that day was looking for a droid well-versed in the binary language of moisture evaporators and an R2 unit. As they passed the droids, a blue R2 unit began to shake violently. "Hello, little one," Obi-Wan said to the frantic droid. R2 rocked so violently he was beginning to slam into Obi-Wan's legs. "Well, he certainly looks like he's trying to get your attention," Luke said. "Do you know this droid from somewhere?" Obi-Wan took a moment of pause. "No," he said, with a hint of something more under his breath as he moved down the line. As Owen made his way back to his farm with the red R2 unit and C-3PO, R2-D2 began to shake even more violently than before. Just then, the red R2 unit's motivator exploded, leaving Uncle Owen with no choice other than to purchase the blue R2 unit. "Alright, give me the blue one. And hey Luke, remove his restraining bolt, would ya? He's freaking out over there." As Luke removed the restraining bolt from R2, a blue hologram message released from deep inside his memory. "General Kenobi, years ago you served my father in the Clone Wars." As Obi-Wan watched the message bouncing off the desert floor, he knew the moment he had feared had finally arrived. The Empire was now closer to Luke than ever. Over the years, he knew the only way to truly keep Luke safe would be to teach him how to defend himself. That's why he had taught Luke in the ways of the Force. Just then, an eerie sound of radio calls echoed over the desert sands. "We have visuals on the droids." Luke and Obi-Wan unsheathed their sabers and jumped in between Owen and the troopers. "Those droids are property of the Empire. Hand them over." "I don't think we'll be doing that," Obi-Wan said. The troopers drew their blasters and began to fire. Obi-Wan and Luke ignited their sabers and began deflecting bullets back their way. Just before the last stormtrooper was killed, he was able to make a desperate call to command. "Tell Lord Vader we found the droids, but there's Jedi, sir," he uttered with his final breath. "Jedi? On Tatooine?" Vader thought. "Prepare my fighter," Vader shouted as he headed down the hall. As Luke and Obi-Wan finished the last of the stormtroopers off, they knew they needed to hurry to safety. More were surely on the way. But just then, Obi-Wan heard something in the distance. "Wait, Luke. Do you hear that?" "Yes, Master," he said. The screaming roar of a TIE fighter grew louder as Vader approached. What looked like a small black dot in the distance quickly became the vehicle of one of the most feared beings in the galaxy. The ship made its landing as Vader felt a presence he had not felt since that fateful day. Luke's eyes widened as the cloaked figure emerged from the ship. Luke now stood face to face with the man who he believed killed his father. "Hello, old friend," Obi-Wan said. "I've been waiting for you, Obi-Wan. We meet again at last." Vader lunged from the ship as his blade interlocked with Obi-Wan's. Luke also lunged forward as he interlocked his blade as well. "And who do we have here?" Vader said. "I feel much pain in you, young one." Luke and Obi-Wan continued to exchange blows with Vader as the three battled it out on the desert floor. As they fought, Vader couldn't help but feel a strange connection to the young blonde boy. Why was Obi-Wan with him? Who was so important to Obi-Wan that he would train him in the ways of the Force? Obi-Wan could sense Vader knew something was particular about Luke, and he had to do something before Vader connected the dots in his head. "You're strong with the Force," Vader said to Luke as their lightsabers continued to meet. As Vader was occupied with the attacks from Luke, Obi-Wan retracted his lightsaber blade and jumped. As he flipped over Vader, he waited till just the right moment and ignited his saber. The blade extended over Vader's helmet, busting it wide open to reveal part of his mangled face. Vader moaned in pain as he took a step back. Around the same time, a group of stormtroopers descended upon the area as the badly injured Vader retreated to his ship. Obi-Wan and Luke jumped forward and began to make quick work of the troopers as Vader left the planet to treat his injuries. As the final wave of stormtroopers were taken out, Luke and Obi-Wan headed towards the Lars home. "Luke, quick, we have to get this R2 unit to Alderaan if we're gonna save the rebellion," Obi-Wan said. Luke and Obi-Wan borrowed the Lars land speeder and headed to Mos Eisley for a way off the planet to Alderaan. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this what-if scenario. It's crazy to think how powerful Luke could have been if he would have started training from a very young age. I hope you have a great day or night, and may the Force be with you.